This is an impromptu live stream. I decided I might as well do it with y'all as by myself. So I'm going to decorate my planner cover. I'm going to run over to Facebook and say that I'm live just in case somebody wants to come over here. Be right back. Oh, Janet's here. Hi, Janet. It's good to see you. I was just fixing to run over to Facebook and put a notice up in case people didn't get notifications, but it looks like y'all are getting notifications, so I'm going to not worry about that. I decided I vacillated about how I wanted to do this, and I finally decided I think I'm going to be kind of simple with it. And I think what I'm going to do is just collage this down on the front and this one on the back. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you, Janet. Patricia, I think I said hi to you. If I didn't, hello. If I did, hi again. And I'm going to put this on the outside. And then I've got these little pieces of underpaper left. I thought I could put those, in here. And then after I do that, I've got these stickers, planner stickers that I got. Well, actually, there's double duty. But anyway, I got these for 2017 for my Happy Planner, and I never used them. So I thought I could just stick these stickers all over it just for fun and see, just to have something else on it besides that paper. So I also got these at the same time and these, and I haven't used any of them. So I need to use them. I just made a real short little video where I talked about how I finally decided to do my pages. I haven't posted it yet. I decided I was going to do my cover on that video, and then I changed my mind and decided I would come over here and do a live stream to do my cover, and then I'll post that video after we get through here. So it's not very long, but you'll have to go over there. You'll have to just go watch that after we get through here. I'm trying to decide what's the best kind of glue to use for this. I think I'll probably use what I usually use. This is kind of bugging me though. I don't know what to do I need a box that I can lay it across or something. But it has to be short. Let's see what I can find. Just a second. Not seeing anything right off. Let's see if I just stick these underneath. Maybe that'll work. Okay. I'm going to stick some wax paper on top of these. I know I have some. Here we go. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Well, good grief. Okay. Let's turn it over so it won't curl up. Okay. Move those out of the way for a minute. I'm going to add some more glue into my glue and water bottle. That's what I'm going to use. If I can find, there it is. Say if I can find it. I'm glad y'all were not doing anything so you could come and join me. Need to add a little bit of water to this. Drip, drip, drip. Okay. I think I'm kind of glad y'all couldn't see that. Get the wipe. Oh no, just threw my papers on the floor. Am I still here? Oh yeah, Janet came back. Okay. So Janet and Patricia, are y'all the only ones here, or is Susan still here? No, it keeps going 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So I don't know how many people are really here. It doesn't matter. Y'all are enough to make me happy. Pick my papers up. Oh, good, Susan. I'm glad you're still here. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Waiting for the magic. Well, don't expect too much magic. Should I do these like I was planning to, just put them on, you know, solid, straight down, or should I tear them up and put them on kind of collage-y? What do you think? I could mix them that way. Well, Susan and Janet both say tear them up and collage them. Okay. Hi, Barb. It's good to see you. You didn't get to vote, Barb. They already voted. But I was trying to decide if I want to just put this down like this or if I want to collage it. They said collage it, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off a lot of the white edges. Oh, I'm glad y'all were able to come and visit with me tonight. I wanted to get this done, you know, before 2019 actually gets here. So, well, I hope it'll be pretty. We're going to say it is. We can always add some other things if we don't think this is enough color. Some of these, you know, of course, I could always just go over those, but I think I'm going to take this flower a little more purposefully. Thank you, Janet. I debated about just leaving it plain because I kind of like the old ledger look, but in the last time I streamed, I think I asked and everybody said decorate it, so I'm gonna decorate it because y'all are my peeps, and if you want it decorated, I'm gonna decorate it. Oh. Well, that didn't work out so great. Trying to just tear off the white stuff. And Yeah, I'm having a hard time visualizing it too, Janet, what it's going to end up looking like. But we're going to do it. If we don't like it, we can always put another layer on top of it. So that's right, Barb. You can just stamp on some more flowers if we need them. Okay. I'm gonna separate them for now, and then just try to alternate them as I'm putting them on. And I'm gonna let them hang over the edge so I can fold it around. Well, hi, Cajun Bella. It's good to see you. I don't think you've been in my stream before. I'm glad you're here. I'm making a cover for my planner for 2019. And it's a planner where I'm going to be planning my live streams and that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can get this on screen a little bit more. For some reason, there we go. For some reason, where the camera is when I do a video and where it is when I live stream are two different places. I don't understand that. But anyway, well, it's good to have you. I need this brush. I have one somewhere. Here we go. And I'm just going to do this kind of messy. I don't know how to do it any other way, so. Just going to try to crease it down in the, oh, I just covered that piece up. That kind of made it worthless there. Oh, well. Okay. This is just Elmer's glue all and water mixed. Mostly Elmer's and a little bit of water. Let's go up a little bit. I want it to come down far enough to, on the other side, to actually leave a border around my papers that I'm going to put on that side. So, hi, Holly. It's good to see you. I decided while I'm decorating my 2019 planner, I might as well have company. It's a lot more fun than doing it alone. So, I'm glad you joined me. Hi, Alina. It's good to have you here. I'm not doing anything extra special here. As far as I don't have some kind of plan for how it's going to go. I'm just putting it on. Except that I do want to make sure it goes around the edge enough to fold over on the other side good. I'm gonna do the outside edges, I think, and then go in the middle. I don't know. I don't know what's best. This is what I'm gonna do. Even if it's not best, like my grandmother used to say, do something even if it's wrong. Just get something done. I'm getting it all over my hand. Well, I am planning to live stream on New Year's Eve since it's Monday night, and I usually live stream on Monday night. So I hope y'all will come back Monday night. Those of you that can. I know there's a streamathon going on, and so a lot of people probably want to be there, and I don't blame you. But I'm going to be here if you want to be here. Did y'all have a good Christmas? I know Christmas is one of those holidays that can be really fun or it can be really hard, depending on the circumstances that you're in. I know when for a few years my father died right a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and for a couple of years Thanksgiving was hard for me. So I know, when you're in a situation like that, it's Christmas isn't that much fun sometimes. But even if you were in that situation, I hope you found some joy. Mine was quiet too, Janet. We got up and let the kids open their gifts, and there weren't a bunch of them, so we didn't take very long. And then we went next door to my mom's, and we had breakfast with them. And that was our big meal for the day, was breakfast. We had bacon and sausage and eggs, and Mom made this experiment. She alternately called it the experiment and the weird thing. My husband said, well, we don't know if we even want to eat it if it's this weird thing. But it was actually pretty good. You make it with croissants and Nutella, and well, she made it half with Nutella and half with like cinnamon roll. Let's do this one. Half with cinnamon roll insides, and so half of it had cinnamon and sugar and pecans, and the other half had Nutella. Anyway, yeah, we're always the guinea pigs. She's always trying experiments on us. We grew up with experiments, but it was just my husband and the kids and I this year, so she didn't have very many guinea pigs to experiment on. But everybody ate it and liked it. It was nice and quiet. Oh, having a cold on Christmas is not good. I'm sorry about that, Holly. Are you feeling better now, or are you still dealing with it? I always put a ton of glue, and I probably shouldn't put so much glue, because then I'm going to have to try and figure out, I'm going to have to dry it. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yeah, sometimes they take a while. My husband got one back around Thanksgiving, and it took him a couple of weeks to get past it. Oops, I need more out there. Luckily, I got a little touch, but I didn't get it like he did. I'm glad. Thanks, Alina. I don't know if I'm going to have enough here. I may have to put something else in the inside. I'm overlapping it so much that it's running out of stuff. Oh, I keep putting my arm in this glue over here. Thank you, Susan. Oh, goodness, Barb. I sure hope you get better. If you've got chest congestion, let me tell you something that really, really helps. That is NAC. It's N-acetyl. Oh, I can't think, but it's NAC. And if you go to the health food store, they'll know exactly what it is. But it really helps congestion in your head, congestion in your chest. We take that and oregano whenever we have this kind of thing, and it really does. Both of those things really help. I'm not a doctor. I'll put a disclaimer on that. These are supplements. They're not drugs. They work for me. That's all I'm saying. But I would try that if I was you. It really works for us. My kids take it too when they have that issue. My daughter, if she gets sick, it's going to be a chest something, bronchitis, that kind of thing. That's what she always gets. And so, don't want the people to say I'm trying to give out medical advice here. Ah, you know, whoever they are. Yes, NAC at the health food store. Yeah. I would try it, Susan. It's also a liver detoxing thing. So it's really good for your liver. And that's where a lot of congestion starts. So it's my chiropractor was the one who told us about it, and it has really saved us. And I don't know if we're going to make it or not. I may have to dig those little pieces out of the trash that were too straight and I didn't want them. It's hard to find a way to hold it. Let's see if I can pick my finger up now without damaging. Oh, all right. Yay. Okay. Let's do. Oh, thank you, Holly. These were some of my, pull off papers from jelly printing. The deli papers that I pulled off the stuff inside the stencil with. Oh, I'm going to make it, I think. I dropped my other papers, but I'll get them in a minute. I'm gonna actually have to use all of it, but that's okay. Got this one little piece right over here that still needs some right there. I can keep it still. Okay. I think I'm liking that. Now the thing I'm worried about is this splitting when I shut it. Where's my water? Here it is. Oh, an hour away. Goodness, Holly. I got one about 5 minutes away. Of course, nothing's more than about 15 minutes away, and most things are about 10 minutes away. I happen to live almost downtown. So you can get on I-40 and go anywhere, or I-27 and go anywhere, and be anywhere in town pretty quick from where I live. So, which is nice. Oh, goodness, Barb. Y'all almost be better off to order stuff from Amazon than to go to the health food store. Okay, I'm going to do some drying here. We sometimes order ours from, is it called Pilgrim's Pride? Is that the name of it? My mom's been ordering from them for years, and so sometimes I'll order from them too. Let's see how it's gonna. Okay. I'm gonna dry it a little bit like this. Sorry, that's kind of weird. Let me try something here. It's kind of bubbling just a tad right there. Okay. I had a wipe. Where'd it go? I'm going to wipe this glue up here. And I'm going to dry it a little bit more and then turn it over and glue down the inside parts. Okay, let's dry it a little bit more here. Yeah, yogurt's now the thing to do. Unfortunately, you still have to be careful because some yogurts are just full of sugar, and that negates any good thing they might do for you. So it's hard to, got to be careful there too. Well, hi, lovely Melia. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm putting a cover on my planner for 2019. So I'm decorating the cover. It's got a cover. It just wasn't decorated. Okay, let's see if that'll be good enough. We can turn it over and yeah, that's what I'm planning to do next is wrap it around the edges. I may not have left every one of them good, but I did as much as I could. I tried to leave room. It's still not dry enough. Thank you, Malia. Malaya? Malaya? Is it Malaya? I think I get it wrong sometimes. Hi, Beverly. It's good to see you. Okay, let's try again. I have a question for you. While I was doing that, and I said hello to Beverly and talked to Malaya, um, could you hear me over this thing? Because I know it sometimes blocks this out. Malia. Instead of Maria, it's Malia. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good. Thanks, Beverly. All right. Let me move these little boxes. I'm going to turn this over. That way I can be sure it doesn't have any glue on it. Okay. Now let me do one more thing. I want to check this again with it shut. Okay. I think that's good. I hope I'm not prematurely turning it over and going to mess something up. Okay. Right here, I'm going to have to tear it because I don't want it to be as long there. Let me find something so I can use it to tuck it underneath this thing, maybe. Let's see, what have I got? Let's see if this will work. Maybe. We'll try it. Your name is a riddle? Yeah, I knew the heat gun would get muted, but I didn't know if you could hear me talking or if it would mute me too while it was muting the heat gun. So I'm glad to know that that you could hear me. Well, I'm not doing as good a job up there. Okay. That's not going to be as good there, but we're going to make it do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wet this down so it'll be easier to get it to turn. That glue kind of stiffens it up once it dries. And where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's get that wet. There's probably a better way to do this. I just don't know it, so I'm just doing it the best I can. All right, now I'm going to go around and do this. I'm going to start with this piece right here. I need to get some under there. Okay. Uh-oh. It's trying to stick down to my wax paper. See, right there, didn't do too good. Let's go back up here and do the... Okay, see, I didn't do a great job right there, but... Yeah, that was the reason I bought this particular webcam when I bought it, was because I saw that it did that. And I watched somebody else who was streaming, I want to say it was Dee Dee, but I'm not positive, who was using one that muted it, and I thought, oh, that's great. And they said this was the one that they were using, and so... Okay, let's see if I can... All right. That's true, I could. I only wanted the I wanted the edges covered enough that I could that my other page wouldn't be have to go all the way to the edge. But I think it'll be okay. All right, let me woo. Okay. I think it's sticking everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna have to let me get a new piece of this. I'm gonna dry a little more on the outside first, and then I'll... It was sticking to the wax paper. think my hand's sticking to it on the inside. Hi, Becky. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's see if this is going to be okay. I think that's all right, but I'm going to get another piece of wax paper just to be safe. I don't want it to stick to something and upset me. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to draw the inside for a minute. Sorry, y'all, you're getting to watch a lot of drying. Oh, what are you going to do on the question today? I haven't got to watch that video yet, Becky. It's up, ready for me to watch, but I wanted to get this done first, so I'll have to look into that. I thought I had that book, but I can't find it. I was looking for it a minute ago. So I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Let me get the other papers that we're going to put inside. Oh, my hands are all gluey. They've fallen on the floor. These are the papers I'm going to use inside. Here's my ruler. I need to. I'm going to do this. I should be doing it flat on the table and not up on top of this book, but okay. Let's put this in here. We can see this side. Nope, let's do it this way so I can see it. Okay. I think I'm going to glue it down like that. Fireworks? They're really early where you are, Becky. They don't usually do that here until actually it's, well, I guess maybe maybe Sunday night they would do it, but it would surprise me for them to do it tonight. I haven't heard anything. Oh, thanks for posting that video, Janet. Yeah, they do that at New Year's here too. This year they probably won't get in trouble because it's been snowing. If it hasn't been snowing, you can really get in a lot of trouble to do that in town. It's still against the law, even if it has been snowing, but they don't usually do as much about it if it's not real dry. Okay. It's hard to figure out what to do here. Let's start there. All right, let's put this in here. Take off a little bit out here. Uh-oh. Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, Susan, that's kind of how it is here. Nobody cares. Except the people who don't want to have to listen to it. Like me. I used to have a neighbor. He called the police every time. Every 4th of July, every New Year's. He was always calling the police because kids in the neighborhood would be setting off firecrackers. And save those papers. Okay, let's see if how this is going to go. Is that too big? Nope, I think that's going to work. Okay. Well, this is going to be my inside. Oh, I was so glad he got his stitches out. I tell you, that poor dog. He did not want to go yesterday. Of course, it was snowing and it was like 20 degrees. And I had to put a baggie over his foot, which he hated. Still have to put a baggie over his foot when he goes outside, but oh, he hated that. We got to the vet. He's always so good at the vet's office. They're just always bragging on him, you know. But he was not good. He snapped at the lady, which he has never, ever done before. She said, I think he's done with this. I said, yes, he's very done. So am I. Anyway, they took the stitches out and it's still got a bandage on it until tomorrow. And tomorrow I can take the bandage off. So, whew, this is gonna be a hand hurter if I do the whole thing this way. But I think it'll, since it's one big piece, it won't be as wet to do it this way. Yeah. Well, and you know, he did, when I came to pick him up after the surgery, he did fine. I mean, he was just laying there. He didn't look like he was, of course, he was still drugged, you know. But, and the 2 other times I took him in to get the bandages changed, he was good. He didn't like it, but he was good. But yesterday he just had enough, and they had to actually muzzle him. They've never had to do that before. And he kept looking at me like, you're allowing them to do this to me? Why are you letting them do this to me? Oh, no. And when she got finished, he just wanted to leave, and I just wanted to get him out of there, you know. And she said, "No, you have to let me love on him a little bit when I get through so that he won't remember me badly." So she was talking to him and patting him and telling him what a good boy he was and all this stuff before we left. Um, and he was just like, "I really don't care to hear this right now. I just want to get out of here." Yes, save me. That's right. Uh, all right. Now then we're going to do this one. That actually was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. So, yes, she really is a nice lady. And you can tell that's one thing. Everybody at this vet's office, they really love the animals. They really do. You can tell. Um, I watched them talk to a lady about needing to put her dog down because his injuries were so bad, um, and the vet was just almost crying. One other thing I like about it, besides how much they love the animals, is that you don't have to make an appointment. You just show up and you go. They take you in the order you came in. So if you get there at 7:30 in the morning when they open at 8, you can get in pretty quick. If you get there at 8:30, you may be there all morning. Um, and I like that because, you know, if you got an emergency, you need to go now. You don't have to, you don't want to have to make it, when they have an opening. And so it's always worked out pretty good for me. Yeah, when you got a good one, I had, when I was growing up, our vet that we always used was a elder in our church, and he was the sweetest man, and he was really big animals were his specialty, but he did pets for people at church. He would pray for your animal before he did surgery, and um, he was really, really a wonderful man. I was sad when he retired because then I didn't know who to go to. I had used him from the time I was a kid with our pets at home to my first pets as an adult. Okay. It's a little wrinkly, but I don't think it's as bad as it would have been if I had used um, the glue wall under it. And it certainly is nice to not have to worry about it drying. But now I got to go back and do some more drying on this because it's sticking still. Hi, Lori. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I've been gathering stuff up, Lori, um, to send to you. I don't have it quite ready to go, but I spent 3 hours yesterday, late afternoon, tea dyeing and coffin dyeing papers. My hands are still around the nails, still look like coffee. Did I narrow the theme down? Not really, but I've got you'll see when I send you the stuff, it's just use whatever you like out of it. And Laurie had this great idea to she got together a bunch of stuff for a mermaid journal, and she sent me enough stuff to make 2 journals. So I'm going to make one and send it back to her, and then I'm going to make one for myself. And then I'm going to send her stuff, and she's going to make a journal for herself and one to send back to me. And I told her I just wanted it to be vintage. And that was a little broad for her. But just look at the stuff I send, and I think you'll see it'll be easy to use. I've got some sewing stuff and just some old pictures and old book pages and pictures of flowers and just it doesn't have to be. I'm gonna love it whatever you do. I'm just excited to be in a kind of a swap collaboration with you. I think that's going to be so much fun. I've never done something like this before. And so I'm a little scared, if I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a little scared, but okay, this is the front here. I was trying to figure out where the front is. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do videos as I go through it. Are you going to do video? Do you do videos, Laurie? Are you going to do videos when you do it? I got some of those, Susan. Thank you for thinking of me, though. That was very sweet. But I do have some of those that from Dollar Tree. I haven't used them yet. They're still in the package. And the package is, like other things, it's up somewhere safe. But I do have some. You don't video? Well, that's okay. I don't mind that you don't video. I was just going to, you were nice enough to tell me I could videotape what I'm doing. And so I was going to make sure you knew you could do the same thing. And I wanted to sub your channel if you did videos. I just was thinking about it, and I couldn't remember if I was a subscriber or not. So if you ever decide to do videos, Laurie, then I want to subscribe to your channel. But then it has pink. That's right, Barb. And I'm not really a pink person, but I mean, I like it fine, but it's just not one of those things that, I love it because it's pink, Greens and blues are my favorite colors, and copper. Greens and blues and copper. Okay, well, there's my book. There's some little bits that are not quite glued down right there. I think I'm just going to glue it down rather than okay, you let me know, Laurie. I'll be one of your first fans. I didn't think I could do videos. 2 years ago, I would have never even considered it. But my health got better, and people kept saying, "Oh, you can do it." And so I decided to give it a shot. If I can do it, you can do it. You may not want to, and that's a totally different thing than thinking that you can't. Okay. I'm liking that. I had these thank you, Janet. You're sweet. Oh, well, I try not to show my workspace, Laurie. The only time I show my workspace is in a Zoom, and I would prefer not to then, but I just have to gut it out and do it. But I don't like people to see my workspace. This is all you can see right here. Oh. Some people show their workspace, but I'm not one of them most of the time. I do make an exception for Zoom, but I don't do that very often, so it's not like once a week or anything. I need to work on mine, though. That's my goal for this next week, is to work on is to work on trying to get my studio more organized. Okay, I'm going to put some of these on here. And I'm definitely going to have to glue them down. Okay, that's what I was checking. I bought these 2 years ago to use in a planner, and I never did. I'm just going to put a little glue out here and stick it on there. I think that'll be easy, faster. I never used them, so my goal this year is to use all the things I've got in my studio instead of buying stuff. I've done that for a month, but I've never done it for a year. I'm not saying I won't buy anything. You know, there's some things that that you have to buy, but I'm going to buy as little as possible and use as much as possible. So I'm going to do as many projects as I can. Hey, Gloria, it's good to see you. What do they say? Who is they? Susan, I guess I missed. I don't know if that was, if you were asking me or someone else, but oh, wow. Yeah. Adhesives are something you need. If I run out of glue, I will buy glue. I've got enough paint. I could probably paint for 3 years. So, hopefully I won't need to buy paint unless I run out of copper or green and blue. But I don't really see that happening. I have quite a bit of paint. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Yes, Susan, I'm putting words on them. These are words from this this planner. They came with a planner, the happy planner, but I've never used them. So I'm just sticking a bunch of these planner words on there just for fun so I can use them. Oh no, Malia. I'm going to get that one of these days. I'm sorry. That's not a good time to get something in your eye. When I get this done, I'm going to spray it with a sealer. But what's that? What's that? Now I'm trying to. What is that link for, Aunt Becky? I didn't see. Oh, cool! I would love to. I can't wait to see your quilts. Oh, what did the little stickers say? Sorry, Susan. Oh, goodness, my brain. I apologize. I will read them to you. You can probably read this one because it's big. It says, "Get it, girl." This one says favorite. And then we've got countdown, on my list, shopping, priority, my favorite, appointment, daydream, and amazing. And I'm going to do Now I'm going to do one that says, don't forget. That was kind of rude of me to put these down and not tell you what they said. Sorry about that. Yeah, they're hard. The dark ones are harder to read from the glare. Okay, this is what Monday nights are for me. Girls' night out. That's, of course, once in a while we get a couple of guys in here, but most of the time it's just us girls, and so. See, here's one that's kind of funny. It says, I need a nap. Well, that's pretty good, Becky. And that's what the link was for, I'm assuming. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad to see you. That was I need a nap. And here's one I like. It says, took time to notice. We need to do that. We need to take time to notice things. And what else we got? Be happy. I like that. Like a boss. Yeah. I saw that one on there. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put that on there or not. I think I will. We'll put it right here. I don't know if I want to be like a boss or not. Of course, I'll have to be very honest with you. The bosses I had were very nice guys. But just not sure what they meant by it. I guess that's why I hesitated. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, here's one that says great day. I like that. Get a grip. Is there a get a grip one? Because I need that one too. I don't see one that says get a grip. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's on a different page and not this one. Here's one that says made me smile. I like that one. Oh, here's one that says read a book. I like that one. Always like to read. I've been reading a book. I haven't quite finished it, but I've almost finished it. Called Grandma Gatewood's Walk. It's about Emma Gatewood. She was the first lady who walked the Appalachian Trail by herself. She walked it when she was 67 she walked it for the first time. Then she walked it again when she was 69. Here's one that says best day. Put that one right there. Okay. I think that's enough. Will I be overdoing it if I just keep on adding them? I think I need one right in here, though. Let's see if we can find a really good one. Shine on. I like that one. Laurie, are you still here? Okay, Janet, I agree with you. That's it. We'll stop right there. I may find some other stickers to stick on there. I don't know. Um, I asked my daughter, she writes some really nice poetry, and I asked her to write a poem about a mermaid or from a mermaid's point of view. I didn't limit her to writing it about a mermaid. Anyway, I don't know what she's going to come up with. I promised her if she didn't come up with anything she liked, that I wouldn't put it in there. But she's already got her mind going on it. And she said, Mom, you don't want, she said, it's going to be a long poem. You don't want a long poem in an art journal. I said, no, Laurie wants a journal that's just finished that she can just look at and enjoy. So you could put a long poem in there. Anyway, we'll see what she comes up with. Hopefully she'll come up with something she likes, because if she doesn't like it, she won't let me put it in there. But we're going to do she and I are going to do a collaboration of art journals with one of her poems. And I'm going to do the pages to it, one page per line, and there's 40 lines, so it'll be a 40-page journal. And we're going to do art, whatever we want, just to see what different things we come up with from each other. And so we're going to do that together. And anyway, it was a really awesome poem. I was just so impressed by it. And she's the one who came up with the idea. She's not really an art journaler, but she thought it would be fun to art journal one of her poems. So that's something I'll be doing this year. So I'm looking forward to that. We first have to make the journal. We can't put it in a bought journal. It has to be one that we make. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I'm doing a mermaid theme for Laurie's journal. That's the journal that she wanted. She sent a bunch of cool mermaid stuff. I'm going to do a video showing what she sent, and then I'll do a video making the cover and a video making the signatures, and I'll just do different videos as I'm going through making it for. But that's what the mermaid journal is. It's for Laurie, and then Laurie's going to do a vintage journal for me. I'm sending her a bunch of stuff. She sent me enough stuff to make 2 journals, one for me and one for her. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to send her enough stuff she can make 2. Anyway, I can't wait. I think it's going to be fun. I've never done that. So I've got 2 collaborations going on. And that's going to be fun, making journals but Hannah's will be a little bit different because it's with, something that she wrote. And I'm really looking forward to doing that one with her. Yeah, that would be a good idea too, Laurie. But she's already got this poem written, and so we're just gonna illustrate it. She said it could either be, it could be as abstract or as concrete as we want it to be. So I don't think I'm going to put anything on the back. I need to put something here. Hi, Miss Allie. I'm so glad to see you. I've been covering my my planner for 2019, decorating the cover for it. So that's what we've been doing. Did I say something besides 2019? I meant 2019. I probably said something else, but I meant 2019. Dangles on the spine. That's a good idea. They would need to be long enough so I could just flip them out of the way when I work. But that'd be fun. That turned out cute. I like it. I'm glad y'all told me to tear it up and collage it on instead of just putting it on plain. I think that looks nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I thought I might find some more stickers like flowers or something to put on, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I like it like this. Oh, put 2019 on the spine. I got it, Becky. I'm slow. I'm slow, but eventually I get there. Okay, let me see what number stickers I can find. Just a second. Sorry, I'll have to listen to that. Let's see if there's some in here. That's not exactly thematically correct, so let's look somewhere else. I used most of my number stickers when I was doing my here's some. Woo! Bright green. That'll be obvious. Oh, but there are no numbers. That's not fair. They're always supposed to put numbers when you get letters. Okay, let's see. I know I've got some here somewhere. Alphabet. Well, I can't believe this, but I can't find any numbers. Ooh, whoops, where is it? Here's something I can use in your book, Laurie. It's got seahorses and shells. I forgot I had that. Cool. Okay. Okay, here's some. But yeah, 2 and 1, 9. They're all there. Okay. Oh, that's true. I could do Roman numerals. But I found some. These definitely have to be glued. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Well, I really glued that. Okay. I put, my 2 was bigger, so I got lots of glue on it. Okay, I'm going to have to outline this in black or something because it doesn't really show up very much. I'll show y'all in just a second. Two O. One. That's a little high. 9. Okay, there it is. 2019. It's not exactly centered or anything. But they look pretty good with it. But I am going to outline them, I think. We'll let it dry first. Yeah, the colors worked out really well. Okay. Thank you, Gloria. Yes, I'm going to put a sealer on it, Janet. Sorry, I just now noticed that. I have a spray sealer. I have 2 actually. This one's almost gone. I have this Krylon triple thick. And then I've got this engine enamel clear gloss that I use when I do alcohol inks on like trivets. And so this one's pretty much empty. So this is probably what I'll end up using. But I'm not going to do it now because I have to do it outside. So it'll probably be, maybe it'll be sunny enough tomorrow to do it. Plus this needs to really be dry first too. You don't have enough of a life. Oh. Well, I'm not keeping a planner for my real life. This planner is for my art life. And I bet you have enough of that for a planner if you want to. I was going to find my insides and show you. Where'd I put them? Oh. Like I said, I put them aside somewhere safe. Okay, here they are. Okay. So what I've got is each month I have a month page, and then I've got 3 of these. So that would be 6 pages. I can do 1 a week and then have 1 extra one for whatever. Maybe just for art. I don't know. And I've got that in for every month. And so that's what's going to go inside. And I did a video right before I got on here showing you how I plan to do the inside pages. But it's going to end up looking pretty much like this. Oh, I knocked my camera. Sorry. Good grief, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. It's going to end up looking like this, but in the other video that I'll put up after this, I go through all the different steps I went before I finally got to this. But this is what I'm going to use, I think. I'm just going to use washi tape and write stuff down. It's not going to be anything fancy. And then I've got this flip out to put things for the family over here if it's something unusual, not our normal stuff, but unusual things. Like my son works every other Friday, but he doesn't work every Friday. So that's something that's new. So I have to write it down to remember it. Otherwise, I forget. And he goes in earlier on Friday than he does other days. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do on these pages. And I'm only going to do probably the first month's worth with that plan. And then I can check and see what. No, I didn't work at the Iron Skillet. I found those at a thrift store. There were I cut off, I had a bunch of them, so I cut them off to make these to go inside it. I kept the, let me show you the other part. I've got the other part too. I'll probably make a journal out of it. But there are 2 different kinds from 2 different packets. Both of them are Iron Skillet, but this is the top part that I cut off so that it would fit in the book. Yeah, I figure this way, the different things I've got on there are projects that I'm working on, things that's due this week, and then videos I want to make, and then a specific thing for ideas of what I want to do on my live stream that week. And that's kind of what's going to be in this one. It's not, I used to make very, very detailed planners because homeschooling my kids, I needed to keep everything organized or I would fall apart. So, and about 4 years ago, I started doing their school planning on the computer, and I just gave up planners then because I was tired of doing them. But I'm ready to do them again now. Oh yeah, I forgot I sent you that in your prize. Yeah, there were like 6 of those little booklets. Some of them were halfway used and some of them were full. And when I got them for $1, the whole batch of them at the thrift store. Susan, I'm making one that is mainly for YouTube schedules, but also I see something I want to do. So I would write like Lisa Copper butterflies on the date I saw it. That's a good idea. And that's one thing. Where did I put that one? Here it is. That's one thing I wanted this ideas for the future. Is one of the pages so that I can write down stuff like that. And it's writing down where you saw it's a good idea too. I need to remember to do that because I tend to write things down great ideas, but then I forget where I saw them and I don't like that. So I try to be good about giving credit to who I saw do it, even if it's not where it started, you know. It's easier if it's in your face. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So these are the inside pages. Okay. Well, do y'all want? I could start working on one of these pages, the one for next week, while we're sitting here, or we could go. Y'all may be tired and want to go do something else. Y'all want to stick around while I tape a few things down? Okay. I'm assuming that's yes, stay around, Holly. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, I have sometimes I have one video that's in 3 playlists. Like especially live streams are in a bunch of different playlists. I got these tiny little washi tapes I thought would be good for this. And I don't use them. I just thought they were adorable, so I bought them. But I don't use washi tape hardly at all. So I need to use some. And I'm going to use Sharpie. So if I decide to do some watercolor on there, I can. That was one decision I made. And I need some wider tapes to put the tip ends on with. Okay. Oh, there's a couple more. All right, that's what we're going to start with. I need something to set these in so they're easier to look at. Let me get, I have something I keep them in, but I took them out to take them into the house. Okay, stay right there. So where did I put that? Okay. I'm gonna borrow this tin from my knives, and I'm gonna set them in there so it'll be easier to find. Well, I thought that'd be easier. Maybe it won't. Put a big one on that end. Because I want to make good choices when I'm... Okay. Okay, Gloria. Well, if this makes your day better, I'm glad to stay on. Oh, goodness, Gloria. God bless you, honey. I'm so sorry. Yes. We'll make some pages. I think the first thing I'm going to do is do the washi taping because I threw my planner cover went in the trash. That's not good. Okay. I'd put this on there last time, and then it was harder to get the tape on it. Okay, I'm going to leave this sitting over here for my example. All right. And I'm left-handed, so I turn everything funny, so. Good night, Beverly. Yes, go to sleep watching a movie. That sounds good. It's your sleeping pill. And y'all will probably notice as I do this that it's not straight, because that happens for me. I could make it straighter if I used a ruler, but it wouldn't be as fun. Okay. Oh, let's do this purple one. That looks fun. All right, I'm going to put this one down here. And right there. And 2 down here. I'm not even doing a very good job of getting them to line up. That's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to fret about it. Let's do this one because it's completely different. Oh, goodness, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Susan, the purpose of the pages is organizing my art stuff, actually. My art projects, the videos I make, my live streams, project swaps, things like that. So it's kind of it probably is dusty. It's mostly to organize my mind, and so I can get everything done I need to get done. So I made I did this on the background to make it pretty, but I'm not but the plan is not for art. The plan is for organization. If I made that make any sense. It's art organization is what it is. Okay. And I'm going to use my not so great handwriting. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some numbers there. And I'm going to start my weeks on Sunday. So I'm going to start with December 30th through January the 5th. Ah, I forgot to put the 30. See, I already messed it up. Already messed it up. That's all right. This is me and this is my life. Okay, projects to work on. And I don't really have dates, I'll just put the day of the week if I need to put something on it instead of having a date. So that's all I'm going to do is just, this isn't to be real precise. It's just to keep my brain thinking straight. Okay. So there's that side, and I'm going to do the same for over here for the next week. And then I'll add the iron skillet pages. I'm just picking out things that I think will show up good. Hi, Beth. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm working on my YouTube, Facebook art project planner for 2017. I mean 2017. Good grief, 2019. I guess I'm really not ready for to move on to the next year. Let's do the screen here. Oh yeah, word printer would be great. That would be great. Okay, let's see. Okay, I used the dots over there. So we'll use this one over here. Yes, hope for brighter days, Gloria. That's right. That's what he would want for sure, is for you to have brighter days. Well, I like that. That's fun. Fun. That's what I want. I want it to be fun. I don't want it to feel like a drudgery to I hope I don't ever have 5 things due in 1 week, but uh, okay, so this will be from January 6th through, so the 6th will be Sunday. I don't have I've got a calendar somewhere. I've got a calendar. Okay, let's see. There we go. I have to have a calendar. I'm not good at. Oh, well, I have calendars on those pages. Good grief. See, that's why I have them. And then I went and dug this one out because I couldn't remember. 6th through the 12th. All righty. Goodness gracious. Projects to work on. I didn't get married till I was 33. And about 5 years before that, before I'd ever met my husband, um, I was in a singles group and there were some ladies who were older than I was, and they were in there and they were talking. And one of them said that women tend to live about 6 to 10 years longer than their husbands. So you need to marry someone who's 6 to 10 years younger than you are. And so, and at that time, I thought, I can't even imagine any of the guys I knew that were 6 to 10 years younger than me. I couldn't imagine wanting to marry any of them. But when I met my husband, he's 9 years younger than I am. So I'm hoping we will. I won't have that 6 to 10 years. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm just got my cough. Anyway, I never thought that I would marry someone that much younger than me, but he was very mature for his age. And now we've been married for 22 years, and it's hard to imagine being without him. It's hard to remember very much from before I had him. I hope we do too, Gloria. Um, I hope we do. I told him I want at least 50 years. You don't get, not everybody gets that, but I would like to, my grandparents were married 61 years. Their last anniversary was 61 years before my grandfather passed away. Okay, so there's that side. And now let's get our, where are those? My iron skillet pages. There they are. Okay, and I want 2 of them. One's going to go like this. So I'm going to start with that one. I think I'll use this washi tape. Oh, I still remember the first time my grandmother voiced a very strong opinion that wasn't against what something my grandfather said. I had never heard her. I had never heard her have an opinion that was different from his, or tell him she thought he was wrong. Let me put it that way. I'm sure she had her own opinions. She just didn't. She never told him she thought he was wrong until this day. And we just all sat there and looked at her because we were kind of surprised. And she said, "I'm 80 years old. It's about time I start saying what I think." It's like, yeah, it is. And that's exactly what my granddad said. Yeah, it is. Oh, see, now this is going to cover up. I should have gone ahead and put the tape on it. Maybe before I did this. Well, it doesn't really cover it up because that's such a light tape. But let me go ahead and write the letters over it. There we go. The iron skillet pages are for what did I call them? Ideas for the future. And then this side is where I'm going to put information that about stuff that's going on in the family that I need to be aware of when I'm making plans. So I haven't called it anything. Yeah, it's nice paper. It's nice and thick cardstock. And the only thing that I have on here is that my son works on Friday from 3 to 6. Right now, that's the only thing I have going on this next week that's not that could interfere with doing whatever I want to do. So, and this one time it's going to be over here, but that's the only way I can do it because the holes are on this side. So, okay. The one problem with doing it this way is that my second washi tape covers up the first one, but that's not really a big deal. It's just what happens when you put them both on the same side. And I'll have to go back over here and rewrite my numbers. So maybe, okay, that didn't go down very straight. Maybe doing it the way I did it the first time on the practice one where I wrote everything after I put them down was a better plan. Okay, and this one's ideas for the future. Okay, now I don't know yet what I'm going to put down on that week, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And there's the first page to go inside. Yay! Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and do one more unless y'all are getting bored. Good night, Becky. Get some sleep. let's put some gold. It'll be fun. Hi, Diddle. It's good to see you. I'm making pages for my planner. So this is what I finally decided to do. So I've got to have one here to look at. So I make everything in the right place. Yeah, this tape's perfect. You'd think I was wanted to be a planner when I bought it, but I just thought it was cute. I love washi tape. I have a bunch of it, but I don't tend to use it very much. And so I think this project's a perfect time to use it. Let's go ahead and do this one. Yay, Susan. It's a good way to use it because it's, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it still delineates between things. I don't know if this is, what they made it for or not, but it sure works well for it. Oh, well. Won't hurt. I think I made this one a little bit too skinny. Especially with washi tape, but the washi tape will just have to be written over because it's already made that way. So, yeah. I did get my big shot, Gloria. I did. And I'm going to play with it some on my live stream Monday night. I haven't played with it very much. I played with it a little bit, but I watched Lori Marie make emboss acetate, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, I have a good Santa. I have a better Santa than I knew. My husband and I weren't going to buy each other gifts. We just took a certain amount of money and we called that our Christmas money, and then we bought what we wanted. But Christmas morning, there was a package under the tree for me from him, two actually. One of them was this Yeti cup, bright pink Yeti cup. And one of them was the Abandoned Castles book. And that was quite a surprise. And then today in the mail came a journal that that he had bought for me that didn't make it on time for Christmas. So he was very, very sweet to me. Sweeter than I deserve. That's kind of skinny. But I was planning to show show those on my live stream, but I've got to show you. I'll show you right now. I can show other people who aren't here tonight on the live stream, but this is what my sister sent me for my prayer journal. For my, I'm going to probably use it on the Psalms journal. This and these watercolor confections, shimmering lights. This is, I think by Prima. Yeah, by Prima. She sent me both of those because she drew my name. Well, her husband did, but you know who does the shopping. And then my daughter made me this journal. Look at this. Isn't this cool? She made a little tag. Let me see if I can get it open here. And she Coptic bound it with a, I don't know what you call that, where you tuck it in. And then the ribbon, she bound around the ribbon too. And then I was playing with my the brush pens my son got me, and I wrote in there. But this book had this, Forest Hills is an elementary school here in town, and it had that in it. So she just left the cover pages. So she made 4 signatures, and then she included one of these file folder pocket things that Dee Dee Willingham does, and a couple of paperclip things. And so I just clipped that in there. And then there's 2 more signatures. So I thought she did a good job. That was very sweet of her to make me a book. She knows I like old books and that I read all the Nancy Drew stories when I was young. So she made that for me, and my son got me these. Haven't got to play with them very much, but I love them. And then this is the journal that I got in the mail today. It's got magnets that hold it shut. And it's got these, they're carved out, actually. I thought they were printed on, but they're carved out. The pages are decorative on the edges. And then this is the cover to it. We've got an amazing cover. Inside, it's just a journal. It's nothing special inside, but the cover is just amazing. Well, they were saying it's magnetic, but it's really not magnetic. It clips onto a little hook. But one thing about that is it's got a cool closure, but it doesn't really impede it if you lay something on top of it. So that was neat. And then this is the Castles book, and there's a button. So I haven't decided what I'm going to write in that journal yet. I may use it for a prayer journal. I've had one prayer journal before, and I've been wanting to do that again, so I probably will use it for that. Anyway, and then this is that. So that was the Christmas presents that I opened on Christmas Day. Oh, let's put this back on top too. Anyway, thank you. So I must have been really good this year because I don't usually get that many Christmas presents. Okay. Here's this. Now we're going to put our, where are they? Here they are. Our iron skillet pages on here. And I'm going to use this bird paper this time. Oh, no, that kind of clashes. Let's not do that. Let's do this one. That'll look good with it. Good Santas. That's right. I have a couple of Nancy Drews that I found. This one's a little newer than the ones that I found at the thrift store that I bought to use for journal covers. And they're from the 50s. I've been trying to decide if that's the what I want, if the covers to those are what I want to send to Laurie for my for our vintage journals, or if I want to send different book covers. Haven't decided yet. Okay, there's the first one. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the same tape on this side. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody was talking about on somebody's live stream, I can't remember whose, their favorite Nancy Drew. They told the name of it. And I thought I need to write that down and read that one. And I've already forgot it. So I didn't write it down. See, I need to write things down. Okay. Well, I have been a bibliophile all of my life, and my husband and my kids are too. I never thought I would gut books. Yes, old raggedy ones from the thrift store. That makes it much easier to do when it's a math book or something that people aren't, something that's not precious. But if you've got a book that's falling apart, it's good to do something with it. But anyway. But if you'd asked me 5 years ago if I would do that, I would have said no. Hi, Mitch. It's good to see you. And this week is January 13th through the 19th. My words are running together there. That doesn't look very good. Yeah. Reader's Digest are another one that have really gorgeous covers. Almost a month. Yeah, because this will be January 20 through 26. Isn't that right? Yeah, 13 through 19, 20 through 26. Okay. And this is where I've got to make a decision. About after this one, about what to do with like this week. where you've got, part of the week is here, and then you've got these 2 days that are the next month. And so I do have a place where I could put, I can put this in, because I made enough to have 5 pages for each month, because it's like that every month. It falls like that. But I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do that. I'm not sure yet. And the only reason I say that is because the abandoned book that I have, that my husband got me for Mother's Day or my birthday, whenever he got it for me. He got me a big abandoned book, and it has a lot of the pictures from the Castles book in it also. And so I don't know if I'm gonna do collage in the Castles book or not. Because there are some castles in the other book, I'm going to do that book first, and then I'll decide. I'm so sorry. Good grief, y'all. I'm so sorry. Guess I'm going to have to get another cough drop. Oh, look at this one. 1.5. Which is good, because these are expensive cough drops. But they work good most of the time. Okay, projects to work on. I'm really liking having these pages to do my planning on. Makes me happy. A lot happier than white planner pages. I had acid reflux for years and years. I am doing much better with that, but yes, I think that is a big part of why I still have this cough. I went to doctors. Sorry, I just swallowed wrong. Now it's going to be really bad. Oh, I went to heart doctors and lung doctors and allergy doctors and asthma doctors and a whole bunch of doctors. And they all said the same thing. Well, you don't have asthma. You don't have allergies. You don't have heart problems. You don't have. It was never, they never could figure out what it was. Besides possibly the reflux. One doctor told me that he thought it came from damage from all the chemicals that I'm sorry, all the chemicals that I worked with in the orthodontic office, because I did x-rays, and I also did lab work and made retainers and things with Excuse me. Good grief. I may have to quit. Anyway, all the cleaners and the chemicals from the x-ray machines and all that kind of stuff. I also react to candles and perfumes and lots of cleaners. So okay, I'm sorry. And no, Prilosec won't make it go away. I used Prilosec for over 20 years and I still coughed just like this. So in fact, I'm doing better now without the Prilosec than for my reflux. My reflux is much better now without it since I started eating keto than it was with it all those years. It's just something I have to deal with. And unfortunately, yes, I have a lot of chemical sensitivities. And so it's unfortunately y'all have to listen to it. I'm sorry about that. doTERRA cough drops. I have not tried those. I'll look into that, Lisa. Let me write that down. My sister-in-law brought me from England. She brought me some cough. It's a pump that you spray into your throat, and it helps quite a bit. But I can't get it because they won't ship it to the United States. So once this bottle's gone, it's gone. So I only use it like if I'm going somewhere in public and I don't want to be coughing on people. Okay. There's those 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and do one more this way. And then I'm going to stop because I want to make sure I like this. I want to use it for a month before I go on and plan any more pages like that. BRETHE. Okay. Thank you. Yes. I quit using Prilosec about 8 years ago and started using the Nexium. But now I'm off of all of those, which is good. And I know that it's horrible to have to listen to me cough, and I'm sorry about that, but it's really not any worse than it was when I was taking that stuff all the time. Okay. I'm going to use this little purple stripe here. Don't talk. That would probably help. Talking definitely makes it worse. Maybe I need to only do videos where there's there's music playing over you, so nobody has to listen. You don't have to listen to me talk and cough. Well, thanks, Lisa. My kids say if they lose me at the grocery store, they always know where I am because they can hear me coughing. And they always know it's me. My cough from someone else's. Okay, Gloria, I won't do it. I don't mind them, but I much prefer the ones where people talk about what they're doing. And I like to hear their thought processes and all of that kind of thing more than just the music. So I probably won't won't do very many of those if I ever do them at all. Because it's not the kind I like to watch, so it's not the kind I'm gonna make probably. I don't mind watching them, but I always want them to tell me why they did such and such, you know. Okay, Alina, I won't stop talking. Um, okay. Now this one, I'm not going to put anything on because it's just extra. So I only need um, one of the iron skillet things for this page. And I think I will use the birds this time. Well, that's why I like you here, because I like to talk to you. I always made good grades. I never got in trouble at school except when I was in elementary school. Every 6 weeks on my report card, it would say, she talks too much. Oh, I did it backwards. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, she talks too much. My mother quit getting on to me about that pretty early. Okay. This one is January 27 through February 2nd. Oops, I messed up. Nobody look at that. I always have this horrible fear that I'm going to be in a swap and I'm going to forget about it. And that scares me. So that's why I decided to have that part on the page. Well, I have the quiet, shy kids. Um, I'm one of those people you go to the grocery store and they talk to you. And everybody always talks to me at the grocery store. And my kids are sitting there going, why are these people always talking to my mom? It's like they can read me and they know that I'm safe to talk to. uh, my kids are not like that. Um, my daughter, once they know you, if they know you, they'll talk to you and they'll talk your ear off. Um, but they have to know you well first. So, I love that paper. Yes, this is making me happy. I started to put little check boxes so I could check them off because I used to always have check boxes on my planners. But I decided not to make check boxes. I'll know if I do them or not. Okay. There we go. How to make a signature for a journal without showing in the middle because I don't have paper that will fit the big cover. Oh, without sewing it in the middle. Are you talking about the one where she uses staples? And she just puts the staple, pokes the staples through. Good night, Alina. It was good to have you here. Yeah. Well, it's good to be friendly. When about half the time when I'm somewhere, everybody always thinks they ask me questions like I work there. And it doesn't matter if it's Walmart or Dillard's. Everybody always asks me questions. Do you know where such and such is? Oh, Midori, like removable signatures? I do know how to do that. Now they're like Barb's talking about a blind signature. Is that where you sew it into on a piece of cardboard and then you glue the cardboard into the back of your book? I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to still trying to figure out what kind of signature you're wanting to make, because I would love to help you if I could figure out what it is you're wanting to know how to do. We could play with it right here. You can see where I've got the washi tapes on the edges on those. We're all waiting at it all. um, are you not wanting to sew it at all, or are you not wanting to sew it through the back of the book? Because you can bind it with elastic or with ribbon or with rubber bands or things like that if you don't want to sew it at all. Japanese stab stitch binding. Okay. Okay. I'd be interested to see. Nick the Booksmith does a bunch of different kinds of binding. I'm trying to think who else shows a bunch of different ways to bind a book. My brain can't do any more, I don't think. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to go in. Thank you all for coming and sharing your evening with me. Okay, single sheets. Okay, yeah, the Japanese style, that is one way to do it with, let me find a piece of paper here. Would that be where you poke holes in it? And then you kind of sew through like this and wrap around. So you've got you kind of got it bound, or maybe it's more like this. I don't know. Coptic binding, I think you have to have signatures for Coptic binding. Yeah, I definitely want to know what it is you're asking about, and if there's any way I can help you with it, I would do that. But these are sewn, but they're sewn through individual sheets of paper. Okay. Yeah. Post a picture tomorrow. And this Japanese binding doesn't have any glue. It's just sewn in. But there are all kinds of ways to do it. My daughter makes signatures, and she sews her signatures, and then she glues them together and puts them in a book press and glues them together, and then puts the tape on it, to hide her signatures, so that the back of the book doesn't have, doesn't show it being sewn through. But yeah. I've seen the accordion style binding too. It just seems like a lot harder work to me. Good night, Holly. And I really do oh, hey, Tanya, you show up when we were just fixing to leave. I guess we can't leave yet. We'll have to hang out a minute. Let me show you my book cover. We were covering my planner, that green, the green ledger that I'm using for my planner. We covered it. Oh, that's got some. I got to work on that. You were just getting on the computer. Well, here we are. Let me go ahead and play with this a little bit more. See if I can get that to glue down. Thanks, Tanya. If I'm going to make them into a signature without sewing them, and it's only 6 or 7 pieces of paper, you could staple them, but you could also do it with just tie a ribbon through them, or use elastic. Those are the kinds of things I would do if I was just putting 6 or 7 pages together. I would probably tie it with a ribbon, because it would or staple it. But I have a long arm stapler, and so it'll staple things like that. There is somebody that shows how they punch the holes, and then they put the staple through backwards. Anyway, and, it's in the middle of the book. I remember watching them do that, but I have a long arm stapler, so I didn't pay very much attention to how it gets done, because I know it'd be a lot easier with my stapler. But I know there is somebody who shows how to do that with staples, but I can't remember who that was. Yeah, it's a good stapler. I like it. I bought it, oh goodness, probably 14 years ago when we first started homeschooling, because I made booklets for my kids all the time. They wherever we went, they had paper, folded over and stapled, made into little books so they could draw or whatever. A long arm stapler is really handy. But yeah, a Japanese signature. That's the one where I was kind of showing you here, where they have holes poked, and then they come around through here and through here and around through here and through here. So they're sewing it, but they're sewing it through the holes and then around the spine. Does that make sense? That's a Japanese bookbinding technique. Stab binding. That's what it's called. Yeah, if you do this, and some people make one where they they have a piece of, it depends on how, if you're wanting to bind it with a book board, they would have a piece of board that just goes like to here, that they do their binding in, and then they would glue, have another piece so it makes a hinge and will fold open. Yeah. And so it's hinged, and it opens like this. So this part folds and this part stays still. But if it's a soft cover, you don't have to have it hinged. You just need it scored. But if it's a hard cover, you would need to have it two pieces and have like tape or something, paper glued or something to hold those two pieces together, but let them fold open and shut. Okay, APG Jamie, there you go. Yay, we did it! Yay! See, that's why we have each other, so we can all get together and we can finally figure it out. And somebody can even tell you where to go, so that's great. Makes me happy we got that figured out, because I was going to worry about it all night. Oh, okay. Yay, we're happy now. I did one like that. I must have given it away because I don't think I have it here anywhere. But when Hannah was learning all her bookbinding techniques, that was one of the ones that we did. Yes, I'll rest tonight. We got that figured out. I don't have to fret over it now. Oh, yes. All our brains together can do anything. I wish I could find, but I must have given it away because stab binding, Japanese stab binding, I think is what it's called. Yes, Tanya confirms that's what it is. Yay! We're a good team. What are those mice? The cartoon with the mice, Pinky and the Brain, where they're always trying to take over the world. We could take over the world. Oh, yeah, it does need to be sturdy. You're right. Just fix the world. Well, I don't think we're good. We're a good group of ladies, but I don't think we can fix the world. We can only fix try to fix our little corner. Just try to make our little corner better for everybody that's in it. And that's the best we can do. Pray God's grace on the rest. Your chips are all gone, so now it's time to go to bed. I hope it does too. Good night, Lisa. Get some sleep. Well, I'm going to go too, y'all. So, bye, Tanya. Goodbye, all of you. God bless you. Have a great night. Sleep well. Bye-bye.